Okay, so we're going to start preparing the data. We're going to remove the comma from the population. So here's the population field. Click on the F above it. Format cells, number. Change the decimal places to 0. And notice that the commas are gone. And save. Next, we're going to deal with these FIPS codes. You have to be careful here when you do this. These FIPS codes are not in the right format, so we're going to make a new field. We're going to click on the B above year and just right-click, insert, add a field. And we're going to call it FIPS 2. The FIPS 2 field isn't going to stay very long. We're going to remove it, but for now we're going to use it to get some calculations finished. So we need to put a field in here, or a formula in here, that will create text with 5 places, and that will put a 0 in front of these numbers. These 4 spaces are occupied, but it will put a 0 in front to create the 5th digit. Okay, and it's also going to be text. So even though it looks like numbers, it'll be text format, which is what ArcGIS wants to see for the FIPS code. The format matters. So let's try to copy this formula. I just clicked on it, was lucky it copied the whole thing. But if you try to do this by dragging, you have to be careful. See how it went past it on the end there? You don't want any spaces. And it drops sometimes. You have to try again. Right click in B2, below FIPS 2, and it does the math. And notice there's a 0 in front now. And this open plus here, if you move it on top of that corner, you double click, it will do the math all the way down. And you should see it went all the way to the bottom of the sheet. Okay. And save it. So we've gotten rid of the commas, and we've created our new FIPS field. All right, and we're going to, these numbers that are highlighted here, we want to grab the whole field, highlight them all. Right click on FIPS 2, copy, and then right click on FIPS 2 again. It seems redundant, but we're going to do paste special and click here, and we want to paste the values only. And you see these little triangles that appeared in the upper left. What that tells us is instead of us pasting the formula back into these cells, we pasted the results of the formula, the product. And so we have actual numbers in here, not a formula. Okay? Hit save. Okay. Now, we're going to remove the original FIPS. Delete. We'll keep the years, but we're going to remove state. We're going to remove FIPS state. We'll keep the counties. Oh, I'm sorry, no we won't. We're going to get rid of the counties. Keep the population. And now we're going to change FIPS back to just, or FIPS 2, change it back to FIPS. Hit save for a moment. Okay, so at this point we've cleaned it up quite a bit. We have the FIPS codes, in the proper format. We have the year, population's fixed, but we have to fix this column here and the title. So we're going to change the title to simply death rate per 100,000. So click on D1, and then we're going to change this title to death rate underscore, death underscore rate per underscore 100,000. No commas. Okay, and then enter. And that changed the heading. Okay. Now we're going to change the range of values. This is a little bit trickier. See, we have a field here, 2-3.9. We can't have those dashes, so we have to make some compromises here. That's a range, and we're going to have to pick what's basically in the middle of the range. So we'll do the first one together here, the first 3 or 4. Okay, we're going to change anything that has a less than 2 to be 1.9. Anything 2 to 3.9 will become a 3. Okay, so we have to go to the find, and we're going to try to find less than symbol 2. Find all, and then we're going to replace it with 1.9, and then replace all. There were 4,739 replacements. Okay. It doesn't look like anything happened, but if you look down here, there's the results for some of them, for 2 of them. Okay. So now let's go to the next one. Now we're going to look for 2.39, just work with the same window. We're going to look for 2-3.9. Take this out, and we're going to put in 3. Find all, and replace all. 6,592. So you see that work. And then we'll do one more together. 4-5.9. Then we want to change that to 5. So there you can see how it's working its way through the table, and you have to do this several more times, all the way to 30 plus. The last thing you'll search for is 30 plus in the find what window, and you'll change it to 30, and you should have 13 ranges, or 16 ranges, 16 categories and ranges when you're finished. Okay. And I'll stop it right there.